Hello, bonjour, miigwech. Welcome to the Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School virtual commencement ceremony for our 2021 graduates. My name is Daniel McLean, and I'm absolutely honored to be your MC for this virtual celebration of achievement. Now, each of us would have preferred to have had an in-person celebration, but for the second year in a row, here we are using our virtual environment. So let's focus on the positives that we are so lucky to get to recognize the resiliency and success of each of our graduates. Now at TAS, we respectfully acknowledge that the land on which we gather and learn daily is the treaty and traditional territory of the Mississauga First Nation. We are grateful for the relationship with the First Nations of this territory, for their care and teachings about the land, the water, and all our relations. As people of the Williams Treaty, we continue our journey to strengthen our understanding of the treaty relationship and how to move forward together in a good way. We acknowledge the contributions and accomplishments of all Indigenous people across Turtle Island, current and throughout history. Please welcome our school board trustees, bringing greetings on behalf of the Kawartha Pine Ridge District School Board.
Good evening, I'm Diane Lloyd and I'm chairperson of Kawartha Pine Ridge District School Board. It's a pleasure to bring greetings and to be part of your graduation ceremony. TAS offers students a wonderful variety of programs and a solid preparation in academics, athletics, and citizenship. We hear often about how much Griffins contribute to our community. Tonight, we're proud to see how successful you've been.
As a former Griffin myself, I want to tell you how proud we all are of the outstanding award winners, athletes, and artists here tonight. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Good evening. I'm Rose Kidney, trustee for the City of Peterborough. One of the more enjoyable and exciting aspects of being a trustee is celebrating the success of our students. Graduation marks an important milestone in your education, and we are honored to join you in this celebration. As trustees, we very much appreciate and enjoy hearing about the achievements of our students, which we're celebrating this evening.
Under the extraordinary circumstances brought on by this pandemic, you graduates have had to face circumstances like no other previous graduating class. We know this is not the kind of graduation ceremony that you were hoping for, but we've all learned in these strange times that we have to adapt and innovate. We know you'll continue to do that.
The diploma you received tonight is evidence of all your hard work and your commitment over the years. Excellence is never an accident, but a result of concentrated and focused effort. As you move on to the next exciting phase of your life, no matter what path you take, we hope you will continue to embrace learning each and every day. Congratulations to you all.
We know that within this graduating class are the leaders of tomorrow, and we look forward to watching your lives progress as you lead us into a better and brighter future.
In closing, I would offer a few words of wisdom from Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. Congratulations.
And now, John Ford, Superintendent of Student Achievement, will bring greetings from the board on behalf of senior administration.
Congratulations, TAS graduates. You've graduated from high school during one of the most challenging times in educational history. The last 18 months have not been easy. As graduates, I challenge you to not only follow the opportunities in front of you, but also to follow your heart and pursue the things that you believe in. Follow your own path and not that of someone else's. Learn from your mistakes and persevere. Never stop learning and believe in yourself. You can do anything you want. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you the best in the future.
This evening, we are pleased to have MPP Dave Smith come to bring greetings.
Hi, I'm Dave Smith, Member of Provincial Parliament for Peterborough-Kawartha, and I'm outside on a cold, wet, and dreary day because really that is symbolic of what the last 2 years were like for you in high school because of COVID. But you persevered, and just like the weather, things are going to change. It'll get bright and sunny again, and all of those lessons that you learned, all that perseverance that you had, is going to serve you well. As you move forward, remember, you can accomplish so much when you put your mind to it. The saying is, the world is your oyster. Well, take that, move forward with it, because there are so many opportunities for you. And I know you'll be able to accomplish great things because you've already shown you can persevere and you can accomplish so much.
We now have the pleasure of hearing from Chief Emily Wheaton from Curve Lake First Nation.
Hello, Chief Emily Wheaton here. It's my pleasure to be joining you in congratulating another year of graduates from Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School. It is with such great pride that I get to congratulate all of the students, and in particular the students of Curve Lake First Nation. Education has been a long and hard history in our communities, but we've been able to take back control of our education and ensure that our students are supported every step of the way. So to all of the graduates and to all of the students from Curve Lake First Nation, we are so proud of you and we wish you the best of luck in the next stage of your journey. Congratulations, graduates.
Please welcome Chief Lori Carr, who brings greetings from the Hiawatha First Nation.
Ani Bojo, Wawash Kashto Dem, Megase Quedishnakas, Lori Jaganashnozwin, Michasagi Anishinaabe and Dao, Gima Hiawatha. Graduates, families, faculty, and honored guests. I am from the Deer Clan. My indigenous name is Eagle Woman. My English name is Lori, and I'm Michasagi from Hiawatha First Nation and chief of our community. On behalf of Hiawatha, I would like to recognize and take this opportunity to say welcome to the traditional territory of the Michasagi peoples and Williams Treaty lands. I would like to say Chimigwech for the invitation to speak at your graduation ceremony and to congratulate all our Hiawatha graduates and all graduates. All this is a day to celebrate your accomplishments and a testament to your hard work and dedication, especially during this past year of the pandemic. High school graduation is just the next step in your lifelong learning. Many of you are headed to a university or college or apprenticeship training or preparing for the career you want to pursue. And on behalf of Hiawatha First Nation Community and Council, we extend our best wishes to our Hiawatha graduates, Gavin Sager, Kaya Thompson, Braden Stevens. We are proud of your accomplishments and look forward to watching all of you continue to grow as you carry on with your journey. To all graduates, our hope is that you will maintain this success for better opportunities throughout your life, educational career, and may you all embrace a world of infinite possibilities. Miigwech.
We would now ask Ms. Melanie Folks, Principal of TAS, to come forward to address the graduates.
Good evening, bienvenue, Ani. On behalf of the staff and students of Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School, I would like to welcome you. Parents, guardians, grandparents, friends, staff, and most especially graduates to this evening's virtual celebration. As those of us who have spent some time immersed in the life of TAS could tell you, it's a busy place, full of energy and enthusiasm and milestones. Tonight's commencement is, in its own way, a continuation of that pattern. Tonight is an important rite of passage. We come together to celebrate our graduates in this virtual graduation ceremony, to display our pride in their accomplishment and to extend to them our best wishes. The last 2 years have been difficult. No sports, seasons, trips, dances, productions, and the camaraderie of being with your friends. Online virtual learning, quadmesters, and cohorting. The loss of milestones such as prom and an in-person graduation. Through all of those losses, you have built new milestones, new ways of connecting, and ultimately defined ways of celebrating how remarkable you are. You've shown commitment, courage, and resilience. Tonight marks the pinnacle of your years as a Griffin. This evening, we have come together to honor you, to honor what you have worked towards since first entering secondary school as excited, nervous, young, and very talented grade 9s. Graduates, tonight many of us, family, teachers, and friends, are remembering the younger version of you, and we marvel at how quickly the years have gone by. Tonight we celebrate what you have accomplished, what you have become in your time at TAS. Commencement is the beginning of a new stage in the lives of our students. Many of our graduates are moving on to post-secondary education, apprenticeships, in the world of work. Some of our graduates decided to graduate with their class, but have now returned to TAS this fall before venturing off either in February or June next year. Our ceremony tonight celebrates our academic excellence. 228 graduates, 111 Ontario Scholars, and 29 Red Seal Specialist High Skills Majors, and numerous scholarships and award winners. I'd like to congratulate each and every one of our graduates on their success. Your hard work, perseverance, and late nights working on assignments have paid off. You have all made a contribution to TAS and have helped to shape our school in your own unique way. It has been quite a journey, and I feel privileged to be a part of it. You've been fortunate to have a wonderfully talented and committed team of teachers at TAS. They have a deep and abiding love of what they do. They have been champions of your success and have watched you grow and mature. They have supported you through academics, the arts, and extracurriculars. You are the reminders to teachers about the good they do and the role and responsibility they have in our society. Tonight, they are proud of you and are excited to see what comes next in your adventures. Please keep in touch with us. We want to share in your journey. For your parents, this evening brings back a flood of memories that include your first day of school, preparation of lunches, worries about crossing the street, catching the bus, backpacks, fundraisers, concerts, gifts made for home, and many other firsts throughout the years. The past several years, however, best reflect memories of conversations regarding the car, late nights, music, friends, homework, FaceTime, COVID protocols, the car, parties, money, jobs, boyfriends, girlfriends, choices made, clothes, and the car. For many parents, there is a sense not only of the celebration of your accomplishments, but also a relief that they too have made it this far. So I would encourage you to thank those who have supported you, your parents, guardians, grandparents, brothers, and sisters. However, your job is not done yet. As the people in your life know in your years ahead, you will find that in every challenge, every difficult situation, there is something in it that will make you stronger, it will make you richer. It is our challenge, all of us, to use what we have learned, what opportunities we have, to make the world a more just place. I encourage you to really think about how your path will honor your love of learning and your commitment to social responsibility. I challenge you to take what you have learned in high school and to continue to make change. You have the talents and skills to make real differences in the world, and I wish you every success. Congratulations, class of 2021. We are so very proud of you. Please refer to our program for a full description of the awards earned by our graduates. There are 3 awards typically not revealed until a ceremony is underway. The Governor General's Academic Medal. This award is presented to the graduating student who achieves the highest academic average in the grade 11 and 12 courses. The student who earned this award attended TAS in grade 11 and the KPR Virtual High School in grade 12. We congratulate her on her hard work and excellent achievement. The grade 12 General Proficiency Award. This award is presented to the grade 12 student achieving the highest average in their 4th year of high school. The student who earned this award joined us at TAS in grade 11 and worked hard demonstrating the highest level of achievement in grade 12. She also was the recipient of a President's Scholarship from Guelph University. We congratulate her on her excellent achievement. And finally, the Ontario Principals Council Award. This award is presented to a graduating student who has made an outstanding contribution to the school. This student was a leader on student council and contributed in numerous ways, building community, breaking down barriers, and making TAS a better place to be.
Hello to everybody that is a part of the Thomas A. Stewart class of 2021. My name is Drew Dudley. I'm a member of the class of 1996, and I'm honored that my company is able to sponsor just one of the awards that are going to be given out in a few minutes. The Rob Brown Award, which is voted on by the graduates to honor team spirit, citizenship, and extracurricular involvement. But they asked me if I could come up with a message for all of the graduates. And all I could think about was the night of my own graduation. Because after the ceremony, I was at a party at my cottage. And I was leaning against this tree talking to this amazing friend of mine named Scotty Clement. And some of your teachers will remember him. And at that point in my life, I was terrified. Like, I wasn't so much excited about the future as I was completely convinced that I was going to be a disappointment, that I wasn't going to live up to all of the things that my parents and my teachers and my friends expected from me. And I was telling this to Scotty, and when I was done, he just looked at me for this really long moment. And then he said, "Man, you have got to give your friends more credit. Look, we don't care about you because of the guy you might be one day. We care about the person that you are right now. And I really wish that you would start to do the same thing." And I've tried to live up to what he asked me for there, but it's really hard. But given the chance to talk to some graduates, I just wanted to say, I know that you all have goals, and I hope that you reach them. But as you chase those goals, as you go after the apprenticeship or the degrees or the jobs or starting your own company or starting your own family, please never allow yourself to believe that you're not a person of worth until you get those things. That every day before you finally achieve those goals, you are somehow less as a person. Because it is not the goals that you set. It's not even the goals that you reach that define who you are as a person. It's how you behave in the pursuit of those goals. It's in the day-to-day behaviors. And it's in those day-to-day behaviors that you will find a way to deliver all of the things that your families and your teachers and your friends want for you. And I know that TAS has given you the skills and the experiences and most importantly, the friends who are going to help you start that pursuit. What growing up is all about is finding the strength to continue that pursuit with will and determination and grace too. Somewhere along the way, they convinced us that leadership in this world was about changing the world. But there is no world. There's just 8 billion understandings of it. And that means that every time you change one person's understanding of the world, one person's understanding of what they're capable of, one person's understanding of how many people care about them, one person's understanding of how powerful an agent for change they can be in this world, or sometimes way more importantly, how powerful an agent for change they can be in their own life. Every time you change one person's understanding of the world, you change the whole world. And that's not beneath any of us, and it's not beyond any of us. That's what leadership is about. And it's a type of leadership to which we all can and should aspire. To every member of the class of 2021 and to all the people watching who helped them make it possible, congratulations. And I wish you so much more than luck. Take care.
Congratulations to Ryan Hoffman. Ryan is the recipient of the Sidney Hosker Integrated Arts Alumni Achievement Award, presented to a TAS Integrated Arts former graduate who has gone on to excel in some form of the arts. A graduate from the class of 2007 from Peterborough Collegiate, Ryan Hoffman has had an award-winning career as an up-and-coming Canadian baritone. He completed his Bachelor of Music and Master of Music in Vocal Performance at the University of Ottawa. He is also a proud alumnus of the University of British Columbia Opera Ensemble, where he graduated with a Masters of Opera in 2017. Congratulations, Ryan.
As the graduates are celebrated in alphabetical order and recognized for all of their honors, you will also note our Ontario Scholars. These are students who have achieved an average of 80% in their best 6 grade 12 courses. The graduates will be introduced by Ms. Michelle Stout.
Good evening and welcome to all as we recognize and celebrate our graduating class of 2021. Here are your graduates. Aiden Adamson Parsons. Aiden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Adam Earhart. Adam is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Adam is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Spirit of the Arts Award. Gofran Al-Hamwi. Gofran is earning the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She earned the top mark in English Literacy Development. Gofran earns the Fern Crystal ELL Scholarship as well as the OSSTF District 14 Award. Katia Alves. Katia receives the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. She is receiving the Jack Weinberg Award. Mutassim Al-Yosef. Mutassim is earning the Ontario Secondary School Certificate. Lucas Anastasiou. Lucas has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Matt Cornea Memorial Award. Paige Andrews. Paige is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in dance, dance performance practice, recreation, and healthy and active living. Paige also is receiving the Emma Purdy Memorial Award. Lily Aubry. Lily is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Mark Ang. Mark is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Autumn Ayat Strano. Autumn is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Samuel Bayan. Samuel is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Emily Barstow. Emily has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Emily is an Ontario Scholar. Samuel Baker. Sam has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. He is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Scott Kidd Memorial Scholarship, as well as the Thomas A. Stewart 50th Reunion Alumni Volunteer Award. Samuel Barnett. Samuel is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is an Ontario Scholar and is the recipient of the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 77 Lakefield Scholarship. Alex Bender. Alex is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Angel Bertrand. Angel is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Kay Bayer. Kay is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Griffin Bianco. Griffin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Griffin is an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in hospitality and tourism. He is receiving the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Tessa Bird. Tessa is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She is an Ontario Scholar. Noor Bakdash. Noor is an Ontario Secondary School Diploma recipient. McKenna Blaise. McKenna is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. McKenna is an Ontario Scholar. William Bleeker. William is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Avery Bliss. Avery is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Lucas Bolin. Lucas is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Eamon Brand. Eamon has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Construction. He is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Construction Engineering Technology. Eamon is receiving the Edith Murphy Memorial Prize for English. Oakley Bernatsky. Oakley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Oakley earned the top mark in college-level physics. Gavin Brown. Gavin is earning the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He earned the top mark in Cooperative Education for a single credit, as well as the top mark in Workplace English. Brett Buat. Brett has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Emily Burley. Emily is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Emily is an Ontario Scholar. William Butwell. William is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Desiree Cowan. Desiree is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Emma Canning. Emma is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Canadian and International Law. Emma receives the Curve Lake First Nation Award. Jenna Carey. Jenna has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned top mark in Cooperative Education for a single credit. Jenna is receiving the Peterborough Theatre Guild Award for Integrated Arts. Camden Carpenter. Camden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Laura Cassidy. Laura has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. Laura also earned the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Alan Chong. Alan has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. He is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Blackburn Memorial Jazz Award. Colby Clancy. Colby has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Colby is an Ontario Scholar. Aidan Clark. Aidan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Tiernan Clive. Tiernan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Bailey Clydesdale. Bailey is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned top mark in Financial Accounting Principles. Bailey is receiving the Grant Thornton LLP Award. Kathleen Clydesdale. Kathleen earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. Kathleen also earned the Integrated Arts Honour Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Kathleen receives the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Allison Colby. Allison receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in music instrumental, music stage band, as well as peer tutoring. Allison receives the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship and the Senior Music Award. Nikita Conroy. Nikita earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. Joshua Coulter. Joshua earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Environmental Studies. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Canadian and World Issues, as well as Mathematics Advanced Functions. Josh is receiving the Richard L. Beck Bursary Award, as well as the Doughty Aggregates Geography Award. Ashley Lamour Cox. Ashley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Willow Cox. Willow is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Willow is an Ontario Scholar. Tyler Cole Young. Tyler is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Nina Craig. Nina is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Nina is an Ontario Scholar. Amy Cranley. Amy is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Delaney Crawford. Delaney is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Curve Lake First Nation Award. She earned the top mark in green industries, horticulture. Allison Krogi. Allison receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Jessica Krogi. Jessica receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Madison Crowder. Madison receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Alicia Dalton. Alicia has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Carson Dalzell. Carson has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hannah Darling. Hannah is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hannah is an Ontario Scholar. Malcolm Das. Malcolm is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is also an Ontario Scholar. Jaden Davis. Jaden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Morgan Davis. Morgan receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Morgan is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Taylor Ward Memorial Scholarship. Naomi Day. Naomi receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Naomi is an Ontario Scholar. Shelby Daines. Shelby receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Shelby is an Ontario Scholar. Jordan DeGroot. Jordan receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Jordan is an Ontario Scholar. Emily Deck. Emily earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Environmental Studies. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Healthy and Active Living. Emily is receiving the Isabel Morris Memorial Award for Conservation. Jerry Dixon. Jerry earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Hospitality and Tourism. Peter Danya. Peter receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Rob Brown Award. Adana Donovan. Adana is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Logan Downs. Logan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Matthew Drain. Matthew is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Matthew is an Ontario Scholar. Abigail Dunn. Abigail receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Honour Certificate. Abigail is an Ontario Scholar. Samira El-Hamdi. Samira has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Luke Ellis. Luke has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He earned the top mark in Transportation Technology and is receiving the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program Award. Mitchell Elsden. Mitchell is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Mitchell is an Ontario Scholar. Bailey L. Stone. Bailey is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Bailey is an Ontario Scholar. Ryan Endicott. Ryan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ryan is an Ontario Scholar. Chase Fair. Chase is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Dua Fala. Dua is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Doug Heinen Special Achievement Award. Shannon Fike. Shannon is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Shannon is an Ontario Scholar. Katie Findley. Katie is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Chase Finley. Chase is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Certificate. Jackson Finley. Jackson is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Owen Florence. Owen is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving a Thomas A. Stewart bursary. Georgia Foreman Alfonso. Georgia is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Georgia is an Ontario Scholar and earned top mark in Visual Arts Photography. Joey Forsyth. Joey is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cameron Fraser Freeman. Cameron is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. He earned top mark in personal and fitness activities and is an Ontario Scholar. Danica Gardner. Danica is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Guinevere Gardner. Guinevere is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Lily Mae Gentle. Lily Mae is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Lily May is an Ontario Scholar. Catherine Giles. Catherine has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. Also, Catherine earned the Integrated Arts Honour Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. She earned the top mark in Visual Arts for Drawing and Painting and in Cooperative Education double credit. Catherine receives the Melinda Morrow Scholarship as well as the D.M. Wills Associates Limited Award. Dylan Gill. Dylan has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and earned a top mark in Navigating the Workplace. Tristan Gillette St. James. Tristan receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hannah Glover. Hannah has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Desiree Glover Campbell. Desiree has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Desiree is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Henniger Arts Scholarship. Elk Gerkel. Elk has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Elk is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in University English, University Science, and is receiving a Thomas A. Stewart bursary. Amy Gordon. Amy earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Canadian and International Law, as well as Challenge and Change in Society, English, and Philosophy. Amy receives the Annie MacDonald Memorial Scholarship as well as the Grade 12 General Proficiency Award. Wesley Gorman. Wesley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is an Ontario Scholar and earned a top mark in Personal and Fitness Activities as well as Mathematics Foundations for College. Wesley receives the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Courtney Goslin Reynolds. Courtney receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Austin Graham. Austin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Marley Greaves. Marley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Artem Giriev. Artem is earning the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Taliesin Hall. Taliesin has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture, as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Ashton Hollett. Ashton has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ashton is an Ontario Scholar. Olivia Handley. Olivia has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Vic Hannah Smith. Vic earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Arts and Culture. Vic also completed the Integrated Arts Honour Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Vic is receiving Halley's Comet Scholarship. Omran Hatab. Omran has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Michaela Hawley. Michaela is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in computer programming, as well as hospitality and tourism, dual credit. Michaela is receiving Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award. Lily Henry. Lily is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Tegan Hickey. Tegan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Peterborough Pete's Education Fund Scholarship. Daria Hinton. Daria is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She's an Ontario Scholar who earned top marks in dance, dance performance practice, calculus and vectors, as well as recreation and healthy and active living. Daria is receiving the Thomas A. Stewart Foundation Academic Scholarship, as well as the Women's Art Association of Canada Award. Benjamin Hopkins. Benjamin has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He is also receiving the Wally Beavis Memorial Scholarship. Nicholas Hoppy. Nicholas has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Isaac Hottram. Isaac is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Dynacast Limited Award. Lorlee Houston. Lorlee has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is recipient of the Chris Parker Memorial Bursary. Griffin Hunt. Griffin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Maya Hines. Maya is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is an Ontario Scholar. She earned the top mark in mathematics for advanced functions. Maya is receiving the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 77 Lakefield Scholarship. Emerson Jacobs. Emerson is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Gavin Jacobs. Gavin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Grant Jacobs. Grant is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Stewart Jacobs. Stewart is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Curve Lake First Nation Award. Chloe Jessup. Chloe is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top mark in Nutrition and Health. Chloe is receiving the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Bryce Johnson. Bryce is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cheyenne Johnston. Cheyenne earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Hospitality and Tourism. She earned the top mark in Hospitality and Tourism for dual credit. Cheyenne also is receiving a Fleming Dual Credit Award. Dana Jordan. Dana earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for the Environment. She also earned the Integrated Arts Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Dana is receiving the Peterborough Utilities Group Bursary Award. Riley Joyce. Riley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hildy Kahn. Hildy is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in green industries for landscape architecture. Hildy is receiving the Olive Langley Award. Riley Keating. Riley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the award for Kawartha Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Cooperative Education. Hunter Kemp. Hunter is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Hunter is an Ontario Scholar. Hiro receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Jacob Clue. Jacob receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned top mark in mathematics for advanced functions. Jacob will receive a Thomas A. Stewart bursary. Taya Neer. Taya receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Bob Allen Athletic Scholarship. Sky Knott. Sky is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and earned the top mark in Ojibwe at level E. Sky is receiving the Wetching Ojibwe Center Award. Sherlock Coe. Sherlock earns the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Sherlock is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving a Society of St. Vincent de Paul bursary. Taryn Kottlenberg. Taryn is an Ontario Secondary School Diploma recipient. Taryn is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in peer tutoring. Taryn receives the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 77 Lakefield Scholarship. Jack Kula. Jack is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Jack is an Ontario Scholar. Anna Lane. Anna is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Introductory Kinesiology, Mathematics Advanced Functions, Mathematics, Calculus, and Vectors, as well as Chemistry at the university level. Anna is receiving a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Melody Dawn Lane. Melody Dawn has received the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Douglas Lorne Memorial Award. Mackenzie Latimer. Mackenzie is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Mackenzie is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Lucy Lavoie. Lucy is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Max Levasseur. Max is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Amy Little. Amy is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Computer Science. Cooper Longfield. Cooper is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Caitlin McMillan. Caitlin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Caitlin is an Ontario Scholar. Mackenzie Medill. Mackenzie is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Mackenzie earned the top mark for mathematics for work and everyday life. Isaac Maker. Isaac has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Isaac is an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Dramatic Arts, Media Arts for Film Studies, Music for Stage Band. Isaac will be receiving the Arts and Leadership Award as well as the Ontario Principals Council Award. Bradley Malcolm. Bradley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Bradley is an Ontario Scholar. Tiara Malik. Tiara is earning the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Tiara is an Ontario Scholar. Kaya Martin. Kaya has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Challenge and Change in Society, Core French, Green Industries for Horticulture Management, as well as personal and fitness activities. Kaya is receiving a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship, as well as the Governor General's Academic Medal. Jenna McCoy. Jenna earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Arts and Culture. She also earned the Integrated Arts Honor Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Jenna earned the top mark for International Business Fundamentals, as well as Mathematics Advanced Functions. Jenna receives a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. CJ McCracken. CJ earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Hospitality and Tourism. CJ is an Ontario Scholar. McKenna McFarlane. McKenna has earned the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Peterborough and District Labour Council Award. Estriana McGee. Estriana is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Estriana is an Ontario Scholar. Amy McHugh. Amy receives her Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Amy is an Ontario Scholar. Morgan McIntosh. Morgan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Keegan McMullen. Keegan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hannah McNabb. Hannah is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Healthy and Active Living. She receives the Retired Teachers of Ontario Peterborough District Merit Award. Isaac McNevin. Isaac is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Courtney Miller. Courtney is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Rotary Club of Peterborough Kawartha High School bursary. Cole Milligan. Cole is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cora Milligan. Cora is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cora is an Ontario Scholar. Kyle Mitchell. Kyle is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ariana Monahan. Ariana is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Haley Moore. Haley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Riley Moore. Riley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Emma Moreland. Emma is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Stewart Hall Community Centre bursary. Terrell Morris Smith. Terrell has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Hospitality and Tourism. Hayden Morton. Hayden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Jagger Mundell. Jagger is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in College English. Jagger is receiving the W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Omar Mustafa. Omar is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is receiving the Peter DiCarlo Memorial Bursary. Trifena Mutua. Trifena is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Skylar Niklicki. Skylar is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Skylar is an Ontario Scholar. Blake Newell. Blake is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Peterborough Professional Firefighters Association Award. Wednesday Nicholson. Wednesday receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Wednesday is an Ontario Scholar. Grace O'Farrell. Grace is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in World of Fashion. Grace is receiving the Integrated Arts Award as well as an W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Allison Olo. Allison is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Allison is an Ontario Scholar. Marie Palmer. Marie earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Hospitality and Tourism. Victoria Park. Victoria receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ella Passmore. Ella is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ella is an Ontario Scholar. Cole Patey. Cole is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Marcus Peacock. Marcus receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Helen Pettifer. Helen is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and received the top mark in Healthy and Active Living. She is also receiving the Township of Selwyn Award. Evan Phillips. Evan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Stephen Pilar. Stephen is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He earned the top mark for Mathematics Foundations for College. He will also receive the Dynacast Limited Award. Brooklyn Quinn. Brooklyn receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Hospitality and Tourism Dual Credit. Brooklyn will receive the Peterborough County Cattlemen's Association Award. Kelsey Quinn. Kelsey is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Harley Reed. Harley receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She's an Ontario Scholar and received top mark in Dance Composition and University Biology. She receives the Teachers for Kids Northern Chapter Rick Brooks Hill Memorial Award. Forrest Rood. Forrest is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Caitlin Richardson. Caitlin is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Riley Riel. Riley is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Riley is an Ontario Scholar. Brooklyn Robertson. Brooklyn is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and will receive the Dr. John P. Sharon Award. Tucker Robertson. Tucker will receive the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and will receive a Thomas A. Stewart bursary. Carly Roperts. Carly is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Lena Ross. Lena is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Marissa Ruth. Marissa is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Mathematics, Advanced Functions, Mathematics, Calculus and Vectors, University Biology, and University Physics. Marissa will receive the Music Leadership Award as well as the Paquette Family Award. Braden Rutherford. Braden receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as the Integrated Arts Certificate. Gabriel Schultz. Gabriel is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Kristen Scott. Kristen is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and will receive a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Jacob Scroggins. Jacob will receive the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Jacob is an Ontario Scholar. Nicholas Shepard. Nicholas is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as an Integrated Arts Certificate. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in music for guitar. He is being given the Music Leadership Award as well as special valedictorian awards and gifts. Hayden Sherman. Hayden receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Michael Simpson. Michael receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned top marks in Guidance in Careers, Navigating the Workplace. Emma Staples. Emma receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Braden Stevens. Braden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and earned top mark in Ojibwe Level D. Hayden Still. Hayden is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. He's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Transportation Technology at the college level. Also, he earned the top mark in Transportation Technology, Small Engines. Jada Strand. Jada is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, as well as the Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Jada is an Ontario Scholar and is receiving the Olive Isaac Horticultural Award. Jade Sullivan. Jade is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Madison Sullivan. Madison is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Madison is an Ontario Scholar. Samaya Sullivan. Samaya is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and will be receiving the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 77 Lakefield Scholarship. Aidan Tate. Aidan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Caleb Taylor. Caleb is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Lucy Taylor. Lucy is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hunter Tennant. Hunter is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Hunter is an Ontario Scholar. Brooklyn Thang. Brooklyn is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Kaya Thompson. Kaya is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Megan Thompson. Megan is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Megan is an Ontario Scholar. Joey Todd. Joey is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as an Integrated Arts Certificate. McKenna Trainer. McKenna has earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Environmental Studies. McKenna is an Ontario Scholar. Vanessa Trainer. Vanessa is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Vanessa is an Ontario Scholar. Haley Tripp. Haley receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Amber Troke. Amber receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cody Trotter. Cody is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Maya Viteri Gunter. Maya completed the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Arts and Culture. Maya receives the Integrated Arts Honour Certificate and is an Ontario Scholar. Maya earned the top mark in Visual Arts for printmaking. Jake Voskamp. Jake is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma and is an Ontario Scholar. Jake receives the Peterborough Kinsman Commencement Award. Jordan Wallace. Jordan earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Environmental Studies. Emma Walsh. Emma receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Emma is an Ontario Scholar. Kylie Wanamaker. Kylie receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in college-level chemistry. Kylie will receive a Thomas A. Stewart bursary. Allison Webster. Allison receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Allison is an Ontario Scholar. Mackenzie Wheel. Mackenzie is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Charisse Lake Westwood. Charisse is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as an Integrated Arts Honours Certificate. Charisse is an Ontario Scholar and is being presented the Spirit of the Arts Award. Christopher Watman. Christopher receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma as well as an Integrated Arts Certificate. Stephen Wetchung. Stephen receives an Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Stephen earned the top mark in Mathematics for Work in Everyday Life, as well as for Green Industries Landscape Construction. Russell Wilkes. Russell earned the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma for Construction. Russell is an Ontario Scholar and receives a W. Ross Pinkerton Memorial Scholarship. Gage Williams. Gage receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cameron Wilshaw. Cameron receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Cameron is an Ontario Scholar. Emily Wilson. Emily receives the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Owen Wilson. Owen is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Owen is an Ontario Scholar. Nicole Wood. Nicole is receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. She's an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark for transportation technology in small engines. Hunter Woodcock. Hunter completed the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Environmental Studies. Joel Woodward. Joel completed the Specialist High Skills Major Red Seal Diploma in Construction. Joel is an Ontario Scholar and earned the top mark in Manufacturing Technology, Welding Technician Specialty. Congratulations, Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School, Class of 2021. We wish all of you success and brightness in the future.
It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian. This is the person who has the honor of being chosen to offer the commencement address on behalf of the entire graduating class. Being the valedictorian is a great honor. The selection process began last May when graduating students and staff nominated candidates for this position. Nominee profiles were shortlisted and an online vote occurred. The criteria for nomination were a minimum standing of 75% in 6 courses over the year, contributing positively to school life, and demonstrating excellent behavior and leadership. This year's winner, maintained an over 90% average, is an integrated arts graduate, a student athlete, and a musician. Congratulations, Nick Shepard, the class of 2021's valedictorian.
Good evening, teachers, administrators, families, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. It's an honor to be representing my fellow classmates and to be recognizing the achievements that all of us have made over the course of just 4 short years. Together, we have completed a unique high school journey, and I truly wish that we could have spent more of it together. Many of us are already on the road to carving out our own futures, and so it might feel like we finished high school a long time ago. I know it feels that way to me. Now, I hope you don't treat this as an online class, and I ask you to not skip this next couple minutes. September 2017 seems like such a long time ago. For me, being in the integrated arts program made for some quite interesting junior years. From sitting on the drama room floor reciting Shakespeare with a bunch of kids I'd never met before, to eventually creating an entire interdisciplinary art gala. I feel very lucky that I was able to spend just about half my time at Thomas A. Stewart in the music room with all of my friends. Alan, not knowing how to be quiet, playing tests in front of the whole class, exploring the oddly large collection of percussion instruments with Aiden and Griffin, watching Allie and Marissa create their own clarinet ensemble, Sam Band playing a whole concert with no sheet music, and of course, Bender. We're still waiting for Nickelback to drop, by the way. The music room was a magical place where everyone was able to push themselves out of their own comfort zone and grow as both a musician and a person. Thank you to the IA faculty for giving us so much freedom and creating an unforgettable introduction to high school. Along with that, I watched a football team emerge. I lost friends to early morning rowing. I biked through others on the path every morning. I got shown up in shop class by kids who had grown up knowing every part of an engine. I got to play mini golf in gardens made by my peers. I yelled at anti-choice protesters with my feminist friends. I walked out of school to protest climate policies and education cuts. I played magic in Mr. Kaushik's room instead of eating lunch. And I got to spend nights listening to music and hanging out with all my classmates in the calf of the dance. I can't remember really doing much dancing though. Some of my favorite parts of pre-COVID school were the talent shows. These were a good time where everyone could relax, watch their friends put on a show, and where Tommy and the Stewarts would rock the house, and where I would embarrass myself playing Careless Whispers every time. It never gets old. We also had the legendary RPS tournaments. These were the most hype announcements of all time. I don't think I ever made it to the second round, but that Jake the Tornado guy I know he was bribing the ref or something. I'd like to thank Mr. Barabal as well as Mr. Beakers for being amongst the most avid suit wearers of the institution. I hope you guys never stop showing students that school is also a place to be serious. Miss Davies, on the other hand, I know Cahoots will always be at least one student's preferred way of learning, so keep it up. Miss Tousley, I know we complained about chemistry a lot, but at least we know it's not you who we should be getting mad at, and it's the old guys who made it up's fault. I can't mention every teacher who meant something to somebody, but you all did, and I hope each of us meant something to you. I'd like to thank the CAF's wonderful staff, who would always let a couple cents or $1 or $2 slide. They truly kept me from starving some days. Thank you to the patient custodians who made sure our halls were walkable and our classes sittable. At least it's not our generation stealing the soap dispensers and urinals from the bathrooms. So thank you, TAS, for being such an amazing school full of arts, sports, kindness, and community. It always felt like the teachers were listening to the students' interests, and if there was something you ever wanted to do, within reason, you could talk to a teacher and get their support doing it. And a huge shout out to all the teachers and staff that put so much time into making online school possible. Doing this, I now know how hard it must have been to teach to a screen all day. Now, class of 2021, we haven't really been together in over 2 years. Yes, we did get to be together in person for some of grade 11 and 12, but never like before. There was no cafeteria where we got to sit and make jokes, no assemblies in the auditorium with music and dance, no sports to relieve the stress of the academic day, no clubs to voice your opinion or try new things. Instead, we made it through almost 2 years of online classes together. Although we didn't get to see each other, we were all doing the same thing, working away alone until one day, June 25th for most of us, you closed your laptop, walked away, and just like that, you were finished high school. My experience of online school might not be the same as yours, but I'm truly astonished that we all made it through months of the internet cutting out and not being able to sign in, or forgetting you were muted, and of course, the awkwardness of the teacher asking a question and no one answering. But at least all we had to do was get up at 8:42, roll over, and turn on the computer. Astonishingly though, we all did it. Every day, alone in your bedroom, kitchen, or living room, it's so easy to just not open your computer, or even just to open it, wait for attendance, and then walk away. Without being able to go to school every day, see your friends, and build relationships, it's incredibly hard to stay motivated. So I want you to congratulate yourselves right now for sticking with it. We are persistent, committed, and resilient. I hope you can look back and acknowledge what an achievement it has been to have graduated high school in such a weird time. To my fellow classmates, the world is yours, so make the best of it. Do whatever you want, no matter how crazy it is. Make a life you're proud to say is yours. Stay safe and healthy, and keep on pushing through in these hard times. Thank you all, and of course, from all of us, happy belated birthday, Miss Tellis. Although we are not able to do this together, it is now my honor to, on behalf of all of us, move the tassel from right to left. It signifies the journey from learning to accomplishment. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss.
Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose.
You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the grad who'll decide where to go.
You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there.
With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street.
And you may not find any you'll want to head down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town.
It's open there, in the wide open air.
Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and as footsy as you.
And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew.
Just go right along. You'll start happening too.
Oh, the places you'll go.
You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers and soar to great heights.
You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang. You'll take the lead.
Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest.
Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that hang-ups and bang-ups can happen to you.
You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch.
You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump. And the chances are then, you'll be in a slump.
And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done.
You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark.
A place where you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much could you lose? How much could you win?
And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4? Or maybe not quite?
Or go around back and sneak in from behind.
Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind.
You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace.
And grind on for miles in a weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place.
The waiting place. For people just waiting.
Waiting for a train to go.
Or a bus to come. Or a plane to go.
Or the mail to come.
Or the rain to go. Or the phone to ring. Hello? Or the snow to snow. Or waiting around for a yes or a no.
Or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting.
Waiting for the fish to bite. Or waiting for wind to fly a kite. Or waiting around for Friday night.
Or perhaps waiting for their Uncle Jake. Or a pot to boil. Or a better break.
String of pearls or a pair of pants. A wig with curls or another chance.
Everyone is just waiting. But no, that's not for you.
Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing.
With banners flip-flapping, you will ride high, ready for anything under the sky.
Ready because you're that kind of grad.
Oh, the places you will go. There is fun to be done.
There are points to be scored. There are games to be won.
And the magical things you can do with that ball make you the winningest winner of all.
Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win. On TV. But probably more like Instagram or TikTok, right?
Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't.
I'm afraid sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games that you'll lose, 'cause you'll play against you.
All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone is something you'll be quite a lot.
And when you're alone, there's a good chance you'll meet things that'll scare you right out of your pants.
There are some down the road between hither and yon that will scare you so much you won't want to go on.
But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack and cracks howl.
Onward up, Benny, a frightening creek. Though your arms may get sore and your sneakers
On you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are.
You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go.
So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act.
Never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains.
So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea or Rufus.
You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
As we conclude this portion of our celebration, we owe thank yous to the following people for their role in this commencement ceremony. The award donors, who have made all of our awards possible with their generous donations. The teaching staff at TAS, particularly the Commencement Committee, for the hours they have spent to make this event possible. All of our secretaries, whose patience, skill, and experience have carried us through the celebration of learning. Mr. Mark Jensen and Mr. Kingsley Hurlington for their amazing technological work to make this virtual event a success. Thank you so much for attending and being part of this celebration of the 2021 Thomas A. Stewart graduating class. Have a great evening.